Welcome to the city of Agadir. I arrived here yesterday around 11 in the morning, and I was so tired I couldn't actually do any recording. But I thought, hold on, if I don't obviously record anything early the following day, then obviously I wouldn't be able to show you the bits I want to show you. Just before I start off, for those who have not subscribed, can you please subscribe? And for those that have not liked any of my videos, please like it. It does help my channel, and it does boost the algorithm as well. Okay, let's go. Right, we're in Agadir, and it is really crazy. So normally when they show you Agadir, they don't show you this part of Agadir. So I just want to show you in this video the bits of Agadir you never ever see on YouTube, and also to kind of give you my first impression of Agadir. Okay, let's start off looking at this deserted area. So when I came yesterday, I did notice these bits. It's not far away from my hotel anyway, and they have a lot of areas like this around Agadir. Yeah, so it looks like they are doing some work around the area. I've got a strong feeling that they are looking to build a hotel, but it's really messy around here. So before I came to Agadir, I thought it would be like Dubai, for example, because the way people talk about Agadir, you would have thought that it's all built up and it's not messy at all. But it is messy, obviously. Not that that's a bad thing anyway. I think what's happening in many countries is a lot of people are going through austerity, and you know, there were a lot of things they were working on before COVID started, and the impact of COVID has really affected a lot of projects basically. So it looks like they were obviously building a hotel here, like I said, and obviously they've not been able to finish it up. So what I'll do is I'll take you around and also tell you my first impression. So let's start off with the very first thing I realized when I came here. So when I came here, I did realize that there's a lot of people trying to not scam you necessarily, but to get money out of you basically. They try to get more money out of you. So when we arrived at the airport, they gave all tourists who wanted a SIM card a free SIM card, but obviously it's not free. We all know that anyway, because when you get a SIM card, you still have to top up and buy data and minutes and text. But the thing is, when we went to the telecommunications provider, they were saying that the prices are in pounds. So for example, if you want to buy a 10 gig data plan, then it's £10. If you want to buy a 20 gig data plan, then it's £20. So I said to them that, hold on, we're in Morocco, why are you charging us in pounds? And they said, oh yeah, that's the price that normally they just charge in pounds. And I'm like, oh, that's very odd, definitely. So that's one thing you would notice when you come here. A lot of the time they would charge you in foreign currency, especially if they know what country you're from. So basically note that. But it's obviously up to you to decide whether or not you want to obviously buy that plan. So it's not like they're forcing you to buy it. However, you know, because you need to obviously have you know, a phone to use, then most people will just resort to buying it anyway. So aside from the fact that they try to charge you in pounds in terms of the services you get, what they also try to do as well is when it's time to give tips, they do convert it to your own currency basically. So if, for example, they provide you a service and it's time to tip, they will tell you, hold on, you've given me this amount of money, but in your country, this is how much you've given me. And I'm thinking, hold on, so we're giving you a tip and you're converting it to my currency. So what you're trying to say is, if I give you a £10 tip, you're telling me, hold on, you're just giving me £10 basically. So it's so funny how they operate though, because you know, in most countries you give them a lot of tip in their own local currency, but because they know that you're from the UK, they're expecting you to give them a UK equivalent. So if I normally give people in the UK like £5 tip or £20 tip, whatever the case may be, they are expecting you to give them the same. I don't think I've ever been to a country that does that. I've been to countries whereby they try to get as much as they can, but I've not seen a country whereby they try to convert their tip in your currency. Morocco is a crazy place. Okay, so so this is some parts as well that is deserted, and I'm sure they are going to develop all these bits of Agadir anyway. I think as more money comes in, then obviously they would develop it. I just feel money is a bit tight for most people and for most countries at the moment. And all these businesses are looking for ways to obviously bring tourists in. They've got various deals nowadays that they give to tourists just to kind of attract them. This particular part of Agadir is known for a lot of tourists visiting, but it's a bit dry at the moment because it's off season. But I think it might pick up later. Actually, I think it has picked up already, because I did watch some of the videos that people posted sometime in June, July, and it was quite busy. So I think it's picking up already. But I think for all the hotels to make all the money they've lost during COVID, it will take a bit of time, and they can obviously start investing that money to build up other parts. Also, I plan to go to Marrakesh later on this week. So the plan is to go to Marrakesh on Sunday, stay there for 2 nights, and come back to Agadir on Tuesday, then leave for the UK on Thursday maybe. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, this is the plan in terms of going to Marrakesh. Would I recommend Agadir to people to come and visit? I would say yes. Agadir is a nice place to obviously visit. There's a lot to see. Obviously I plan to see more later on. But the thing is, for me, I like places that are hectic, disorganized, and places that are just total chaos. I'm not sure if I'll see that in Agadir, but I'll find out later if Agadir is like that anyway. But I'm kind of getting the vibes of, you know, a quiet place, not chaotic, not crazy, and it's just a place to chill out. So this is another part as well that is literally under construction, as you can see. Let's just call this the Dubai, basically the Dubai that was being built up years ago, and they're trying to obviously build it up to a place where literally everyone would love to visit. Not to say people don't love visiting Agadir already. People do visit Agadir a lot. However, I think they have a plan to build it up to an extent whereby a lot of people are willing to visit, and they can attract more people than they normally do. Also, in terms of prices anyway, ever since I came, things are reasonably priced, but I kind of think that they have touristy prices in certain places. So when you go to certain restaurants to eat and you look at the prices, you're like, I'm not too sure if that should be priced that way. Obviously you can't complain. You know, basically if you're not happy, then obviously you can go elsewhere to eat, obviously. But I just feel some of the prices are just touristy prices. But it does make sense in a way though, because if you're in an area known for tourists, then obviously all the prices would be priced for tourists anyway. But what's funny though is, if you look at other cities in Europe, for example, what you would notice is, sorry, I'm looking at the floor because there are various bits that you need to avoid. Anyways, yeah, so if you go to certain countries, although they might have prices that are quite high, but the prices are high because of the area, and not because there are tourists coming to that area necessarily. It's just because that area is expensive. But in certain countries, the area might not be necessarily expensive. However, because they know a lot of tourists are coming in, they price certain things in a certain way so they can obviously make money. Also, what happens is there might be certain places where they only open for a certain period of time. So they might open from, let's say, April till July or April till August, yeah? And what they are trying to do there is they are trying to obviously get enough money from the tourists and obviously make as much profit as they can. And obviously they'll shut down after that till next year summer. So then people tend to obviously raise up their prices, which kind of makes sense though, because they have to make up for the days they are closed. So that's just how it is anyway, and I kind of understand why they do that, because at the end of the day, yeah, you're there to make profit. Okay, so I'm still walking around the bits that you would not normally see on YouTube. It'll be good for you to see these parts anyway, because I've got a strong feeling that in a few years time all these places would be developed. I can bet on money. And if you're a foreign investor watching this as well, obviously you could take this as an opportunity to start inquiring about the land here to see if you can invest as well. Okay, so I noticed this big building. I'm not sure if you guys can see from where I am, but yeah, that building is massive. I think that would be a hotel. I've got a strong feeling that it will be the big hotel chains that would obviously build something like this. But yeah, it's quite big though. I wonder what hotel that would be. But yeah, it kind of looks like them ones in Dubai, like the Palm. I would not be surprised if it's a hotel chain like that owns it anyway, because that's really big. That's like the biggest hotel I've seen so far in Morocco. And I've got a feeling that they would have a lot of facilities in there, literally everything you need. Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to be quite expensive. Okay, so this is another one as well. I wonder what building this is. There are some that don't have names on it, but I think they might just be Airbnbs. Who knows? Okay, so we've spoken about the prices. The prices of things in Morocco. We've spoken about how they obviously, you know, convert the tip you give to them to your own currency. We've spoken about how they charge as well in your own currency. So if you're from America, for example, and they know you're from America, they'll probably say 10 gigabyte data plan for your mobile is $10, which is quite funny. But yeah, that's what they tend to do here. So let's talk about other things anyway. So let's talk about transportation. I'm not sure how good their public transport is, because all I've seen is a taxi here. They don't even have Uber or Bolt. So that's quite interesting. So I've not seen any Uber, I've not seen any tram. I think they have trains, but I'm not sure if they have trains in Agadir. They might have trains elsewhere, because I know in Casablanca they do have trains, and in Marrakesh they might have one in Agadir and I'm not aware of it. But I've not seen any other mode of transportation. Also, I've not seen like a bus, like you know, like a commercial bus, but they might have some in the town area, because where I'm staying is like where most of the resorts are. So it might just be that where I am, they don't actually have any commercial buses or any commercial mode of transport. They might not have any here, because they don't feel there's a need to. Who knows? I do know you can rent a car here though, so if you want to rent a car, feel free to rent a car. I just feel Agadir is one of them places whereby you might want to explore a bit more by walking. It's a resort kind of area, so you might not want to take a car around. You might just want to walk and explore, but it's up to you anyways. It is what you want, obviously. Also, I feel the northern part of Africa has more of an Arabic influence, or it has an Arab influence, and not really an African influence, because if you look at the way things are done here, you wouldn't see a lot of things done in other parts of Africa, like in Western Africa or Eastern Africa. A lot of the things they do here are very similar to what you get in like Saudi Arabia or UAE. So a lot of the things you see here are more similar to what you get in places like the United Arab Emirates and Saudi. You can tell a lot of the people here are influenced by things in the Middle East, and it does make sense in a way, because when I did my research on Morocco a long time ago, a lot of the Arabs came to the northern part of Africa, and they settled in places like Morocco, Libya, Egypt. So it does make sense in a way. But yeah, I just feel it's quite different, because if you go to places like Ghana and Nigeria, it's very African in nature. Not to say Morocco is not African at all, it is African, and I'm sure some of them regard themselves as Africans. But I just feel that most of them feel like they're Arabs and not African. I hope I've put it in the right way, and I'm not offending anyone at all, but that's just what I see. Also, the people here are nice. I think that's what you get in most African countries anyway. Anywhere you go within Africa, the hospitality is normally very good. But also, like I said earlier, it does have a Middle Eastern vibe. So I would say they also have the Arab hospitality here, because when you go to places like Dubai, for example, you get that sort of hospitality. So it's got that vibe anyway. What you'd notice when you come here as well is a lot of places are closed. I'm not sure if the ones I'm seeing that are closed are the ones that open during certain seasons, but there are some that are closed at the moment. So they might open during the busy time. In terms of who controls Morocco, what sort of government they have, so they have a constitutional monarchy, and that's literally a monarch ruling the country. However, they have a parliamentary system in terms of making laws and policies for people to follow. The monarch at the moment as well is quite influential. He's done a lot of things across Africa. He's also tried to work with the EU in terms of making sure they do things together. So one of the things he tried to do was to get some West African countries to join him in working with the EU as well, because the EU at the moment has some initiatives with Morocco, and I suppose he wants parts of West Africa to get involved in that as well. So yeah, so that's quite interesting. But yeah, so they have a monarchy here. I think his father was the ruler for years, and when his dad died, then he took over. But I think the people here seem to be happy with the way things are in terms of having a constitutional monarchy, because when they had the Arab Springs years ago, where all countries were looking to take out their king or their president, that never happened in Morocco. So Morocco was one of those countries that was stabilized during that, that was okay during that time, sorry. But I'm not sure if the people here are overall happy, but I've got a sense that they are okay at the moment, because we've not seen any uprising here anyway. So, you know, I think they're okay. So I'm still walking around not the center area per se, but the resort part of Agadir. It's so quiet as well. It's not busy at all. So I'm looking forward to Marrakesh. I think Marrakesh would be much more busier. Also, I was told as well, and I saw this. Oh, you're right. No, I'm okay. Thank you. Yeah, YouTube. Do you want to subscribe?
Yes.
I'll type it in. So I only just started this year anyway, so yeah, say hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
My friend.
Oh, real. Hi.
Welcome to Morocco.
Yes, welcome.
Where are you from, brother?
I'm from the UK.
What?
From England.
England.
Yeah. Of
It's okay.
Yeah, don't worry. I just want to.
Nice. It's after.
So how do you do it?
Yeah.
So how do you subscribe on this?
Yes.
Yes. Is that subscribe?
No, it's problem in.
Okay, so that's
it's
my
okay
channel
after,
anyway.
yeah,
So just subscribe. No, it's that one. So subscribe. Yeah. I don't know. Is that in Arabic? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right, take care, guys. Yeah.
You're welcome to cut your hair. And,
Yeah. So, guys, you can come here to cut your hair. What's the name of your shop?
Yes.
Karen's Beauty. Yeah.
Yes, welcome.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll tell them to come here. Yeah. All right. Take care. Yeah. Yeah. Bye. So, I've told the people there to subscribe to my channel. In terms of language anyway, so there are 2 languages being spoken here in Morocco, and the languages are French and Arabic. A lot of people struggle with English here, so just bear that in mind. But yeah, those are the 2 main languages. I was also told that there are certain parts of Morocco you go to and nobody would ever understand a word of English there. But obviously I'm not going to those parts anyway. But so far in Agadir, people seem to be okay with English. They have a level of understanding, so I don't think it's going to be that difficult for them to understand you anyway. I think they understand the basics, and that's all you need anyway, basically. So the weather here at the moment is good. We're in November at the moment, and the weather is about, the weather right now is about 26, so it's quite warm. And I think it's going to get warm till like first week of December. I've checked Marrakesh as well. Marrakesh is really hot, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to like the hustling and bustling in Marrakesh, because everyone is saying when you get there they're going to literally be on your case. No